Really? Yo, it's your VTuber Wrestling World Champion, Doshan Vaughn. And this is gotta be the worst DLC pack that I think, well, really, anybody has ever seen for a wrestling game. Where a lot of hardcores, I mean, you could recognize them, a lot of these people here from being in Pat McAfee's show, but a lot of casuals, I'm telling you, they don't know who a lot of these people are outside of Pat McAfee. And even then, some casuals are not alone. Some hardcores don't even know who a lot of these guys are, which is a little weird, given that they are the DLC, the third pack of DLC in 2K24. But what if we could have a better pack? What if we could make this pack a lot better? But before we get into the video, as usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you like daily wrestling content, because we got that here and then some. And while you're at it, keep your boys' socials, Twitch, Discord, Twitter, and the main YouTube. And let's get into it. Now, to start this off, I will say I was going to include a few names like Kairi Sane. However, I wasn't aware up until I started researching for this video that there already is a pack that is going to thankfully include Kairi Sane, as well as Jade Cargill and a few others that are missing from the game that probably, let's be real, that probably should have been in the base roster. But to start us off is Ava Rain, and I could have also included her in that DLC pack, where it's a lot of manager-based faces, your Jimmy Harts, your Bushwalkers and whatnot. Before you comment below saying the Bushwalkers are not a manager, yes, I know, I meant from the pack that in general. I can't even remember who's in that DLC pack. Let me Google it real quick. Alright, correction. 2 managers and somebody else that's not a wrestler, which big W for any Post Malone fans, but most casuals or hardcores, I don't know about that. But hey, nevertheless, even if she's not a base roster character, at the very least having her as a manager or so would be nice. And I believe she was around in WWE as NXT general manager well before the game's release. But nevertheless, it feels like I have to ask, have we just forgotten this man exists? And you saw who it was. Well, this man has been drafted during the last WWE draft, this WWE draft, and he's just been left off of 2K. Odyssey Jones. I feel like there's some sort of unwritten joke going on here with this man, where we'll acknowledge his existence slightly. Hopefully WWE will soon do something with this man. But the fact that he's not showing up on TV, he's not showing up in 2K, I really have to question what's going on with Odyssey Jones. Nevertheless, hey, at the very least could have gotten some little bit of exposure for him in this DLC pack. Better to have a wrestler than someone that not even the most hardcore fans will know. Again, unless you're a Pat McAfee fan, you don't know most of the people in that doggone pack. And again, at least some bit of exposure for this man. Better than what we're getting on Raw and SmackDown, because I don't think we'll ever see this man show up at this rate. Not just in game, but in general. Please do something with Odyssey Jones. Something. Now, this is not fully surprising, all things considered, but it's Andrade El Idolo, nowadays once again known as Andrade Cien Almas. Although I will argue this, CM Punk's appearance in 2K24 is effectively based off of his appearance at the Royal Rumble, the very match where Andrade made his return to the WWE. So I do have to question again, is it that difficult? And I'm saying this as someone that has yet to get into game design. I would love to one day in the future. But is that difficult to go ahead and place him in the DLC, the third pack? Or is it a little bit too much of a hassle? I don't know the technicalities about it. But while we're on the topic of people that made their appearance at the Royal Rumble, which again we were able to derive CM Punk's appearance from, the last person I wanted to bring up, since there's 4 people on this that most wrestling fans are not going to recognize. And I will say this now, keep Pat McAfee. He's fair. He's a fair choice. But AJ Hawk, don't need. Boston Connor, don't need. Darius Butler, don't need. And Ty Schmidt, don't need. So instead you can have Pat McAfee, Andrade El Idolo, Ava Rain, Bronson Reed. And speaking about people that appeared at the Royal Rumble, I'd be amiss to not mention Naomi. Quite frankly, it's been a few years since we last had Naomi in the WWE game, and it's the same argument that I have for Andrade Alidlo. She appeared at the same pay-per-view where we got our CM Punk in the game derived from the Royal Rumble this year. But at the same time, I don't know how difficult, how strenuous it could be to go ahead and just simply insert her into the game. Yet simultaneously, her moveset, her entrance, a lot of her stuff is still within the game. Her absence, I will say, hopefully won't be a miss come 2K25. But nevertheless, it is still a bit disappointing that we don't have a better pack for 2K24. But you know what? We aren't at the end of the video yet. There's one more thing I wanted to mention, and that is, and hopefully we can get these in 2K24, but again, I'm very doubtful. I'm very, very doubtful. But to go with this brand new pack, where instead of these guys, it's Pat McAfee, Bronson Reed, Ava Rain, Andrade Cien Almas, and Naomi. But on top of that, but also, it would be nice if we can have the modernized damage control patched in, as well as The Rock with his proper, and then listen to me specifically when I say this, his proper final boss appearance, with his entrance, his properized theme song, and when we're at it, you can also throw in the Final Testament, which again, you can also throw in Akam and Razor. There's really a lot of names that are going amiss from this game. But alas, it's the unfortunate reality we have to deal with when it comes to that 2K games, where you're making a game based off of something continuously changing and evolving, like the world of professional wrestling, especially like how it is nowadays. It's hard for a game to remain up to date, but yet simultaneously it is still disappointing when we have the potential of adding new faces, or faces that we're not able to make in for the base roster, get filled by people that know wrestling fans, outside of ones that are Pat McAfee fans. And again, I'm being specific and saying proper Pat McAfee fans, as in fans of him outside of professional wrestling. Not your hardcore wrestling fans, not your casual wrestling fans. Pat McAfee fans that are fans of this man outside of a show, having them as opposed to that of proper wrestling, or people that you could at the very least recognize. Y'all let me know down in the comments below, who would you like to see in 2K24? What 4 characters would you replace most of this pack with? And I greatly appreciate you keeping this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe again, and we're out. See ya.